Good morning. Debbie and Troubadour here. I just brought Troubadour in from the pasture and saddled him up, and I have him in a halter right now. And my goal today is I'm going to try to do a little bit of bridleless and halterless riding with him. But I'm going to start off with the halter so that I have a backup while I am checking him out to see if he is responsive to my request. So I'm going to see right now, I might lift a little just to get his attention, and then I'm going to put my left calf muscle on lightly on his rib cage and ask him, can he move his hind end to the right? Is he responsive to my requests? Now it's kind of a little bit dull because, you know, he's not really warmed up yet, but that's okay. This will get better with as we're warming up. Now I'm going to put my right leg on, and I'm going to lift this a little bit just to see if he's paying attention, and ask him to move to the left with his front end. And I'm only going to use my reins if I need to. If I need to stop forward motion, or if I need to make sure that he's paying attention. Now I'm going to tap him lightly on the shoulder to say I need a little bit more speed out of you, a little bit more. Now I'm going to put my right leg on and ask him to go to the left, his hind end to go to the left. I'm going to lightly touch because he's not putting in much effort. It's just a very light touch. Saying I need a little bit more, that's a little better. Now I'm going to ask his front end to go to the right. And I'm only putting very little leg pressure on him to ask for this. There we go, good. Now if I ask to back up, if I sit back on my pockets and I look up, will he back up? Yes, very nice. Okay, now I'm going to ask him to walk forward by just walking with my own body, with my hips, walking. Can you walk when I walk? Can you trot when I trot? Can I keep my reins still and trust you to respond to my request? If I start walking again in my body, can you walk? If I bring up a canter motion in my body, can you canter? Now that was a little bit dull, so I'm going to bring it back down to a walk by walking in my body. And then I'm going to ask again. That was a little bit better. And as you see, I'm not really using my reins. It's just here as a backup if I need them. But I'm not going to go offline if I can't get it done online without using my reins. Because then I'm not setting it up for success. I stop, he stops. I back, he backs. I'm going to ask him to bring his front end up. See, I had to use my reins right there to stop forward motion because I only want him to bring his front end over to the left. There we go. So he's not ready to go offline yet because I don't have it all there yet. And I don't expect to have it all there right now because he's still just warming up. So I'm going to get a trot motion in my body. I'm going to smile, be pleased. I'm going to bring, he's not listening to my leg to stay on the circle, so I brought my stick over to close that door and remind him to stay on the circle that I put him on. So now I'm going to ask for a canter by cantering in my body. See if he'll canter. It was pretty lazy. So because it was kind of lazy, I'm going to come back down to a walk, and I'm going to ask again because I want lightness and responsiveness before I take the halter off. Is he paying attention to my requests? Is he listening to my legs and my body and the energy in my body? So when I canter, he picked up the wrong canter, but that's okay. I'll just ask again. Just come back down to a walk. Slow my breathing, slow my body to a walking motion. And then I'll ask again. So when he makes a mistake, that's okay. We just try again. I don't make him wrong. If I make him wrong, he's going to start getting defensive, and he's not going to want to participate. See, he thought, so that was just a miscommunication there, because I was talking, I kind of slowed down in my body, so he thought he was supposed to stop. So now I'm going to look up. I'm going to get a canter motion in my body, and there he goes. That was better. Good. Good. Yeah. I'm going to stop. I'm going to sit back on my pockets, look up, back up. He thought I wanted him to go forward, so I just asked him to stop again. Now I'm going to see if he'll turn his front end to the right there. Good job. Good job. Good boy. So he's getting lighter and more responsive. And he's really listening to me now, and since I'm talking, I'm not giving him 100% of my attention, and so he's trying to figure out what exactly it is that I want. So I'm going to ask for a trot. I'm going to try to position my body like I want his. So my hips are a little bit out to the right, and my body is a little bit more to the left. So that's the arc that I want him on. And my left leg is back by the back of his rib cage. And my right leg is a little bit behind that. There, that's very nice, Troubadour. Very good. Very good. I'm going to ask for just a little bit more. So I lifted my reins to let him know I need him to pay a little bit more attention. I want his front end. There we go. Good. Good. I'm going to give him a treat because he's doing really good. Good boy. He does love to work for treats. So he's doing pretty good. So what I'm going to do is take the halter off. Good. Good. Okay. I want you to come over here. So I'm going to tap him a little bit to go because he was just questioning, not quite sure what I wanted right there. So I just wanted to lay my halter down out of the way. So I'm going to keep my stick with me and my neck rope just to help guide if I need it. So I'm going to do everything without the halter the same as I did when the halter was on. So I'm going to help him out here. There we go. I trotted in my body, so I wanted him to trot. I'm going to ask his hind end I'm going to ask for just a little bit of shoulder in here, see if he'll respond. I'm going to walk. I exhale, I walk in my body. He missed that cone. That's okay. I don't expect him to be perfect. So I'm going to get a canter motion in my body. I'm helping to direct him here because I want him to stay on the circle. So I'm going to look up. I'm going to canter in my body. And there we go. I want him to stay on the circle. I'm going to trot in my body and ask him to trot. I'm going to stop by not moving, sit back on my pockets, look up, and ask him to back up. So I practice with a lead rope and halter until I feel like he's really connected to me first. And then I do the exact same thing after I take it off. So I'm going to trot my body. And there he goes. Good. I'm going to walk in my body. I'm going to look up. I'm going to canter in my body. There he goes. Good. Ooh. I'm going to stop, back up. I'm going to tap a little bit on the shoulder to say, I need a little bit more. It doesn't tell him he's bad. It just says, I want you to do a little bit more with your feet. Then I'm going to canter off. Back a couple steps, walk. I'm going to walk in my body. I'm going to trot in my body. I'm going to put the stick out here because he was veering away from the circle too much. So I don't mind helping him out because I'm being a little bit particular about where I want him. So I just help him out a little bit. I'm going to come to the center of the circle. Good boy. That was very nice. That was very good, buddy. So, get things good with your body, with your aids like your bridle, your halter, neck reining. Have control of the body parts, the front end, the hind end. Have a good forward and backward. Have good control at each gait before you go offline, or before you take the halter off and the bridle off, to set yourself up for success. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you tuning in and watching, and we will produce some more videos soon to come. Thank you again. Bye from Troubadour and Debbie.